Hey guys! So today I'm going to be making chicken broccoli casserole for dinner, so I thought it'd be kind of fun for me to take you along and show you how I make it. Chicken tenderloins in here. I'm going to be boiling them for about 15 minutes, and I'd have about, I'd say, a pound of chicken tenderloins in here, so you could do a pound to about a pound and a half, and I will be boiling those for about 15 minutes. So on hand you would like to have probably a family-sized can of cream of mushroom soup, or 2 to 3 small cans, about 2 heads of broccoli, fresh broccoli or frozen. You can just get a frozen bag of broccoli, and about a pound of cheese. We're not going to use the whole thing. We'll probably use like half of it, like a cup to a cup and a half of cheddar cheese. You could use Colby Jack or Colby if you like, or whatever cheese you prefer. I also have right here a cup of rice soaking. I always like to soak my rice before I cook it. And then you can throw in 1 bouillon if you want, but if you're trying to avoid sodium, then you really don't need to do that. It just gives it a little bit more flavor. You can use any type of chicken that you want to use. I just find that chicken breast tenderloins, they cook really fast and they still are really tender. Breast fillets just seem to get really tough, so I like this a lot more. So this will come to a boil pretty soon, and it's kind of hard to see now because it's starting to get all white at the top. But I just threw them in there. They don't even have to be fully defrosted, but I did defrost them for a few minutes. So the next step I did was I took the broccoli and I cut it into little florets. And my way of steaming it really quickly is just putting it in a bowl, covering it with water, and zapping it in the microwave for anywhere from 5 to 8 minutes, because it is going to be going in the oven, but I just like to get the broccoli just a tad softer. Okay, so the chicken is done boiling, and I have drained all the water, and it just took about 10 to 15 minutes to cook. I think it was like 10 minutes to cook. Now I'm going to cut it into little cubes. So there's the chicken all cut up and cubed, and the bowl that I have in the microwave that I was steaming the broccoli in, I'm going to drain right now, and I'm going to add the chicken to it. So there's the chicken added to our broccoli now, and I have just started making the rice. So after soaking the rice for about 15 minutes, I drained the rice and I put 1 cup of rice. I use basmati rice. That's my favorite rice. You can use brown rice if you like, or whatever rice you choose. And I used 1 cup of white rice, and I added 2 cups of water, and there's about 1.5 teaspoons of oil in there. And I am going to throw a cube of bouillon in there. You do not have to do it. The casserole will still taste really good without it, but it does add a little bit more flavor. So I am going to put a cube of bouillon in there. So I just threw the cube of bouillon in there, broke it into small pieces. This is what I use. I don't like the ones that come in the glass jars. They're so hard. These are so soft you can just mash them up with your fingers. And I'm going to just mash them up right now. So now I added the can of cream of mushroom soup. We're going to just be mixing everything together in this bowl. And this is where you can do whatever you want to do with it. You can add a little bit of mayonnaise and mustard. I know it sounds kind of silly, but it does really taste good like that too. A little bit of black pepper. I was actually visiting my mom, and she had a little bit of like spicy Dijon mustard, and I made it over there, and it really tasted good too. So you can leave it like that, or you can add a couple spices to it. Some people like to add a little bit of cumin. Like I said, a little bit of mustard kind of makes it taste good, a little bit of mayonnaise, whatever you like. So now it's all mixed and good. We've got the chicken in there, we've got broccoli, we've got the cream of mushroom soup, a little bit of mayo, a little bit of mustard, a little bit of pepper, and I have my casserole dish right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the rice at the bottom. After I put the rice and I nicely and flatly pat it down, I'm going to be adding this mixture on top, and then we are going to top it all off with cheese. Make sure to preheat your oven to 400 degrees. So here is 1 cup of rice patted down on the very bottom of the casserole dish. It's got a little bit of color to it because I did add that 1 cube of bouillon to it. So there's our broccoli and cream of mushroom mixture on top, and the next goes the cheese. So that's our casserole with cheese on top, and I'm going to put it in the oven now for 20 to 25 minutes. So there's our finished casserole. The cheese is nice and golden brown on top. And just remember to let it rest for 5 minutes before you cut a piece out of it. Thanks for watching, guys.